awesome. Look how many of you are. Guys, this is the last panel discussion of the weekend. How are we doing? Are we good?
Yes!
Yes! This is...
I'm Billy's agent. I made all this
Hey,
happen.
Rick.
Right, you know what? I thought that...
Rick.
I thought this was a Will Smith moment, and I wasn't sure it was about to happen. How you doing, man?
If you guys are happy that this happened, that all of these Cobra Kai people have come here to Liverpool over the last couple of years, you have me to thank.
Rick.
Oh, God, this is... All right, right. Yeah, right. Okay, you're doing this right the first way. This whole panel, this is very much about you guys. If you guys have got questions, I will try and get through as many questions as we can, but go to the podiums. We've got 4 podiums, 2 at the front, 2 in the middle, 2 at the back. Get up there and ask your questions, and I'll do it. We'll get through these as quick as we can, but I'm very, very excited about this because there's so many different generations in here. Who's old enough to remember the original Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Oh, greatest soundtrack ever, isn't it? That one song just made you believe in montages. Right, guys in the room, guys in their 40s, at primary school, after seeing Karate Kid, how many of you tried to kick your friend in the face? Yeah, because that was the move. You felt invincible, didn't you? Oh, I grew up in London, that was a bad move trying to do that, thinking, no, I've got this. This is the way it's going to work. And then we've got all the fans of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Right, young ones, give me a cheer if you are younger than 30.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you, I'll be honest. Where's the under 30s? You under 30? How old are you guys? 22, 21. Hear the energy in his voice. I'm 22, I've got hope. 22, you've got 8 years left, mate. 8 years, 8 good, right, tell them, 8 good years left. And then for no reason, you'll just start making noises when you move. That's what happens. Right, have a look at the people around you. They've been sat down for 45 minutes. After this, you're going to hear a load of people as they get up to this. Like they've accomplished something. That's what happens, isn't it? 22. I don't even know, what year does that make you born in? 2002. Did you just swear at him? 2002, that's not a real age. No, like no one respects you. That's what I'm saying. There's people in here right now, 2002, that go, what was I doing in 2000? Watch this. Give me a cheer if you've got clothing older than him. So have you gone back and watched all of the Karate Kids then? When I was younger. You are younger. Anyone younger than 20? You're younger than 22. How old are you, mate? 13. Although it's about to start getting real your age, and your voice is about to drop. I nearly said something else then, but I won't. I had to edit myself really quickly. This weekend, I mean, no one told me they were streaming this, so this is being played out in the auditorium. So a lot of people have seen this. I thought, it's fine, it's just a room full of people, I can say what I want. Apparently 20,000 people have seen me threaten a child, they've seen me, there's been loads of stuff. We ready to go? Oh, right, this. I'm so excited to do this. This is the one that I've been waiting for this one. And I'm pretty sure after this, Ralph and William and I, we're gonna be best friends. Probably gonna start a new series, I'll probably be in it. It's gonna be great. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready for this panel?
Yeah.
I'm going to need more than that. Are you ready for this panel?
Yeah.
Then please start clapping your hands, stamp your feet. Please welcome to the stage the cast of Cobra Kai. We have Ralph Macchio and William Zabka. Look, John, for so many people here, this is like our childhood on a stage right now. Watching all of the films, the consistency through the film. And do you know what? My favourite thing with the Cobra Kai season is it feels like you kept the consistency from the original films and it's just completely followed through. It feels like no time has passed. How hard was that to do?
Go ahead, William.
The whole show, you mean from Karate Kid to now?
Yeah.
Well, many years have passed, but it's about getting into the characters and picking it up now, coming into the world where are these guys now, and so it's like, you know, it's like when you don't see friends from high school for a long time and then you catch up with them later and everything's very familiar. It's like seeing family you haven't seen for a while, friends you haven't seen for a while, and it's good to see them, but how have they changed and what are they going through now? And you kind of see where Johnny starts out, living with a beer and no fish and watching, you know, drinking beer and wearing a beard and down on his luck. And, you know, Johnny Lawrence, after having lost Y'all Valley 30 years ago, and where did he end up? And he's kind of a hermit, and he bumps into this kid and who lives there, Miguel. And Miguel gives him a second shot at finding himself and redeeming himself, and bumps into Daniel LaRusso again. And just like back in the 80s, these two guys come together and fireworks go off, you know, and it takes us all the way through to 6 seasons, which we're done with. You guys all see season 6?
Yeah!
Piggyback on that, I mean, one of the things that, you know, the guys who created the show always spoke about, even from the onset, we didn't always see, or we were hopeful, but they always knew where they wanted to end the show and pay homage to the source material, which is that original Karate Kid film and that story. And that's one of the things we're all so proud of, because you asked that question of how did it feel all these years later, is the series ends in a way that feels like an awesome Karate Kid movie that is seen through the lens of the Cobra Kai kind of flavor, you know, and so it had the best of both in that way. So I'm really proud of how they landed it.
It's the creators. I mean, these guys are they're fans, uber fans of Karate Kid. They love these characters. They knew them better almost than we did, and they just wanted to serve up the Karate Kid for this generation and make it relevant for today, and with all the other characters that are created, the universe that was born through the show. So it's really like, you know, the Karate Kid is the seed, is like the big bang of the universe of Cobra Kai, and it's even continuing on. So, you know, it's great for those of us and the adults here who grew up on Karate Kid to get to share Cobra Kai with your kids now and to pass it down to generations. It really started something super special, and we're blown away by, you know, the response and seeing you guys, and honored to be part of this. And we just feel like it's, you know, we're the Cobra Kai family, the Karate Kid family, but you guys are an extension of that. And to see how it's just, you know, affected so many people across the continents over time is so rare. So we just feel really close to you guys. We're pumped. We love seeing you guys. Thanks for coming and taking pictures, and for the moments we get together. It really means so much to us. So thank you guys.
If it wasn't you, we couldn't do it.
Right.
Do you guys have like a favourite moment from Cobra Kai, and then a favourite moment from Karate Kid? You shut your mouth! Sorry, this is my moment! We go off script a little bit here. This is.
It's okay.
Wait for 30 years! I'm okay. It'd be like a favourite moment of the Cobra Kai season, and then what was it like a favourite moment of Karate Kid?
Wow, that's tough. I mean, there's so many over 6 seasons of time. I mean, there's so many favorite moments. I mean, the first moment Billy and I always talk about, the first scene we ever had together in episode 2 of the first season. You know, when I step into the dojo and confront him, and he realizes that we're both in each other's worlds, and it was the first time we played these characters in 34 years, and it was kind of like a silent conversation we were having as we were looking at each other across the mat, saying, boy, I've been here before, I see it from this angle, you see it from that angle, but there was something super special about that. I'll never forget that day on that show. And the movie, There's so much stuff with Pat Morita that was just the magic of it all, and you know, one of my favorite moments is when Daniel LaRusso bows to Miyagi after he puts him to bed, and then heads out and trains himself. It was a beautiful Bill Conti score, very cinematic. Movies that I grew up with felt like that, and every time I see that scene, I feel like I'm in a major motion picture of the time, a cinematic major motion picture, and so there's 10 other examples. I mean, and Billy, I'm sure, has a bunch himself.
I don't remember much after the crane kick.
Yeah.
It all erased everything. I guess for Karate Kid, my favorite scene would be the very first one that you meet the Cobra Kais, and it was actually the first scene I ever did acting in a movie in my life, and that was coming up on the beach in the motorcycles with the Cobra Kai guys wearing our red, you know, our motorcycles and all that.
Beating the crap out of me.
No, I didn't say that. It was before seeing LaRusso down there flirting with Allie, my ex-girlfriend, and I'm not happy about that. But it was the first time the cameras were on. We had done all the rehearsals, and it was go time. I think it was Halloween, right?
Yes, it
It
was.
was Halloween, 1983, and it was my first scene ever in a movie. And to, you know, pull up in a John Avildsen movie on a motorcycle on top of a cliff in Malibu was super cool. So that's always super memorable. Cobra Kai, there's so many great moments and scenes. I couldn't really say. The one with Ralph, I mean, that was the time when he walked in the dojo. Ralph and I have been friends for decades, but that was the first time, like, we were looking through the eyes of LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, and we just kind of knew, like, oh, like, he's still there, you know, and it just felt alive, and like, we walked away from that scene thinking you know, it's here, what was there in the movie is here in a different way. So that one really sticks out. Yeah, they're all fun. I love the montage in season 6, you know, when we finally come together and bury the hatchet and work together as a team. That was a big relief for us, because we've been bickering and bantering and fighting the whole time. So to finally get on the same page and have nothing between us, but, you know, to be rivals and you know, to be allies together was really fun. Not rivals anymore.
Yeah. But can we get the lights onto the 4 podiums? Perfect. So we'll go through as many of these as we can. Number one, Helen, what's your name and what is your question?
Hi, my name's Ava. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry, this is a dream come true and I'm really happy. It's lovely to meet you and welcome to Liverpool.
Thank you, Ava.
Before I ask my question, I'd like to say that my mum, she's very single, very pretty, and she's very flexible. And I'm in need for a new dad, so...
So our question to you then is, what flavour ice cream does your mum like? Stop it!
I don't know that one. I'm sorry, I can't think properly. My question is, after we've done the reboot of the film, do you think you'd be able to create maybe like next 10 years or something, an extra season to Cobra Kai? And if so, what would you add to it?
So the question is, after the next film, did I get that right?
Yes, of course, we've got the remake coming up now. Well, it's not even a remake.
It's not a remake.
It's
another chapter in the grand universe. And so the question, meaning what could continue with Cobra Kai?
After that?
Yeah, I think, listen, there's one thing, there's no guarantees in life, but as close to a guarantee that I can come up with is never count the Karate Kid universe or the Cobra Kai universe out. You know what I mean? There's, you know, it's still living and breathing. The Cobra Kai proper, the story of, you know, fighting for the soul of the valley and everything else has landed in the 6th season, but that doesn't mean there aren't other stories, other characters that we're connected to, or new characters that could be brought forth. And I think, you know, the success of Cobra Kai only opens that door, and hopefully the success of Karate Kid Legends movie opens that door, and we have, you know, a Cobra Kai movie maybe in 3 years. Who knows? You know, I'm all into it as long as it's organic and a good story going forward. So never say never. Cobra Kai never dies, right? So.
There are many valleys to take over. I mean, we got the San Fernando Valley, but there are many valleys left on the map.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, mate. Number 2, what's your name? What's your question?
Hello, my name's Theo. Who's better at fighting in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean between Robbie and Miguel?
No, you and William.
Oh, me and William. You can take that, William.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
Have you ever you think even when you think that was your first film that you did, and then the scene where they kicked the crap out of you, was there any part of that where like someone missed a cue and they actually did kick you, or you actually had injuries from each other?
There are bumps and bruises when you do these scenes. The one thing in the original Karate Kid, we had a lot of time to work on the fight scenes, so they were really well choreographed. I mean, they're all well choreographed, so are Cobra Kai scenes. But we had a lot more time making the movie. Where Cobra Kai, sometimes we'd be doing those fight scenes on the day. And so yeah, you're banging your forearms and your shins, and but in the original Karate Kid, there was one time I took one to the ribs, in the big final fight. But for everything that was in that fight, that's all there was. We did pretty well. But you got to know going in, there's a chance it's going to hurt occasionally.
The answer who would win in a real fight depends on who's writing the script and who's choreographing it.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Because you were trained in martial arts before this, haven't you, Sid?
No, we trained for the Karate Kid. We were both brand new, and so we were trained. I was a white belt when I did the Karate Kid. In fact, I learned for 3 months of shooting the movie, and then I trained for many years after that, and came back and forth. And then once Cobra Kai started, then we started training full time. So now I've been training full time again for 7 years, which has been awesome. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you very much.
Thanks, brother.
Who's up there at number 3?
My name is Holly, and my question is, did you do your own stunts or did you get a stunt double?
Do we do our own stunts and are just done? Well, we have stunt doubles. In the way that we shoot the show, it goes so fast. There's no time for us to learn it. First, our stunt doubles learn it. So we'll be doing a scene where we're acting, and then all of a sudden tomorrow we have to shoot a fight scene, and they'll pull us into a room, and then his stunt double and my stunt double will show the fight that we're supposed to do, and then Ralph and I will jump in there and we'll learn it. So we like to do it as actors. We like to do all the stunts, and we mostly do. Mostly because it's, stunt guys are such precision fighters. They're like right out of a video game. And we have character. Sometimes when Johnny did his first kick and pulled his hamstring, and so we like to put the character into it. But we do have stunt doubles, but we also do the full pass by ourselves. And then they'll always do a master wide shot, just so they have it covered of our stunt guys doing it. So a lot of times the big wide shots are our stunt guys, or even over our shoulders sometimes too.
And sometimes what they do that people don't know is we'll do all this stuff, but there'll be a time where when the camera will be over the back of Billy onto me, and that will be his stunt double I'll be working with, and vice versa. He may work with my stunt double in the closer shots because because they're professionals, a little bit more precision, and when we don't have the amount of time, it eliminates or takes down the risk of, banging heads, if you will. But
it's like dance, fighting, fake
it's
fighting
choreography.
is choreography, is dance, so our hands are getting close and our feet are getting close, and we don't always have time on a show like this to get it down like we did in Karate Kid, where we trained for 3 months, 5 days a week, couple hours a day, until we didn't have any stunt doubles in Karate Kid.
No, we just did. That was all a ballet. It really was everything. We were like within a half an inch of each other at every hit. In Cobra Kai, we don't have that time.
Yeah.
Because you're still guessing. Oh shoot, is this way? Should I be ducking or throwing a kick?
The final fight in Cobra in season 6 that I do, when we did Karate Kid, we had 3 months to shoot it. In the final fight with me and Wolf, guess how many days I had to learn that fight? a day, a day and a half, and I never worked it one time through with Lewis, the fight with Wolf. So we didn't even have the time to go through one whole cycle. So that's how fast, because there's so many other fights and there's so many things going on. So we rely on our stunt guys, and they're amazing, and they're awesome.
Yeah, great crew.
Before we get to number 4, something we've asked everyone. What's something that you've stolen from the set?
Stolen from the set?
Yeah.
All my wardrobe right now.
That's right. He'd still be in his pajamas if it wasn't for Cobra Kai.
I have all my gis. I have my Eagle Fang, I have my Miyagi-Do, and my
That's
Cobra
good.
Kai. So I grabbed all those guys.
I mainly, I didn't take much from.
I have all your stuff.
He took all my stuff. No, I have the back of the my chair that has my name on it, and I took something from the Miyagi dojo, the home dojo. A little ornamental ceramic piece from there. But for me, I took stuff from the Karate Kid movie. So those are the big items that I could say, which I took was the original headband I wore. Which incidentally, if you don't know, in the montage scene with the Best Around playing in Cobra Kai, I was wearing the headband from 1984 in all of those scenes. So it was really cool to wear the original one again. And I got the trophy I kept, and the 47 Ford yellow convertible car, which is in the car that's in Cobra Kai is the one from the movie.
Hold on. But he took his clothes.
Yeah.
I stole a car.
Yeah, we got the car.
I reused it. I refurbished, and we put it in the Cobra. So that car that's in the series
How
is
did
the
you
one from the
explain
movie.
that? Do you think in the is it 1984
Yeah.
they rapped and he stole a car and his headband?
And the trophy.
Then you're going, oh, we've lost
Here's
it.
what happened. Columbia Pictures with Sony Studios gave me the car at the end of the Karate Kid Part 3. I asked for it. So they gave me the car as it was on my, it was in my driveway the day Karate Kid 3 came out. And I kept that car, and it sat for many, many decades. And I was like, why did I take this thing when I gotta fix this up? And so when Cobra Kai came around, I said to myself, let's dust this thing off. Let's get it, it up and running. We got mechanics, and they shipped it down to Atlanta, Georgia, where we made the show, and they got the car up and running. And so it's a great story to have that it still exists. And I literally, before I came here, like about 7 days ago, I took it for a ride around the block where I live in New York. So it's still out there. It was fun. It's fun to have that. And Billy and I down Ventura Boulevard got to ride it in episode 15, I guess, of Cobra Kai 615. So
They pimped your ride, right?
They pimped they underneath the hood is like a Ford racing engine.
It was built by the guys that built like Fast and the Furious cars.
Yeah, Fast and Furious and all those.
They redid his whole engine. It's like, it's great.
But the shell of the car and the framing is still the old. So it's a pretty rough ride. But it's.
I was trying to get the minivan, the Eagle Fang minivan, but they wouldn't give it to me. That piece of junk.
You got that Charger. What car?
Yeah, I was at. Remember the Charger they gave to Stingray?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Come on,
was
man.
Johnny.
That should be in your house.
That's the one I wanted to get, but that's I think in one of the producers' garages.
Yeah, we'll have to get that.
We'll pull it out. It's on hold for another something someday, maybe.
Oh, amazing. And who's up at number 4?
Hi guys, I'm Phoebe and I'm from Newcastle. I have a question for both of you. So we've seen a lot of fights in the movies, but have you guys ever had a fight behind the scenes?
All the time. Right? We fought the whole way here. That's why we were a little late.
See all the makeup, all the
Wait, do you mean like physical fights? Like there are brawls back in the...
Yeah, because the way you say fight is like, in America, a fight's an argument.
Right.
Here, a fight is
A
a
fight is
fist
a
fight.
fight.
And she's from Newcastle, so she might kick the shit out of you if you leave here. It's like,
That's every Friday. It was a really love fest with that cast, the young cast, as well as legacy cast members. Such respect for being on a project that gives so much joy to so many people. No one took it for granted, and I really credit the young cast, the kids on the show, that they came into this, and you know, the generation is often accused of being entitled and not respectful, and or, you know, taking advantage of a gift given. And these guys only enhanced every day for us, be it, you know, Sholo or Jacob or Mary or Peyton. All those actors really made us run to work, so everybody got along great.
What you would see is a lot of fake fighting because everybody was rehearsing their fights. So you would walk off set and like Mary would be walking around with her bow staff or her sickles or her size or whatever, and you know, you'd see Gianni fighting with Hawk, and you know, so there's always pockets of people working out their stunts, but nobody was really throwing real punches.
Were any of them trained fighters beforehand, or was it like you where they got taught on the
They
show?
all got taught.
They all got taught.
Every one of them went from
from-
novices to like black belts almost in the time. They just were,
It's
yeah, they're
incredible.
so devoted to it, yeah. And their stunt team was incredible, and they were just dove in. Feast
They
first.
took so much pride. I
It's-
mean, you know, we all do, but they really, like when they had a fight or a scene come up, you know, it was like, that was #1 frontal lobe of their brain, just to deliver the best possible. They cared that much. And that's why Cobra Kai works at the level that it does, be it from the writing side, the action side, the music side, and the, you know, performance side. It's because we care so much about that Karate Kid universe and the Cobra Kai area of it. And that's why the show works. People say so many shows are rebooted or redone, or you're retreading something from the 80s or something from the 90s. Why don't they all work? Well, this worked because everybody cared so much about it. And it started from the 3 guys that wrote and created the show. It's really because they care. So that's why it is
That's
what it
amazing.
is.
Thanks.
And that you guys tune in and care as well. You know, it's a two-way street of inspiration.
Okay, thank you. We're back down to #1 now, aren't we? I've lost count every single time. #1, what's your name, mate?
Hello, I'm Harry. I was just at the Flash Con, so you might remember me.
Yeah, I remember this kid. me and this kid got history. Just so you know, he started it.
So I've got 2 questions.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah.
One of them's for William and the other's for both of you. I'll start with the first one. What was both of your favourite blooper scenes in Cobra Kai or Karate Kid?
Oh, favourite blooper. Were there like any blooper scenes?
Favorite bloopers?
Bloopers? Yeah, I'm thinking there were a bunch.
There was one that just came out in Karate Kid that's online. It hadn't been out for a long time. And that was when we were all the Cobra Kais were in the dojo, and Sensei Kreese was walking around, and he says, "Fall in." And we had told all the guys in the Cobra Kai that fall down literally on the mat. So he said, "Fall in." So all of us fell down, which we thought was really funny. But John Avildsen, the director, didn't think it was funny at all. Because we were burning his film and it's his movie. And it was like, we're all kids doing that. So that was really fun. That was a good memory of just how fun we had on the Karate Kid. That was a really good blooper. There's lots of fun bloopers. If you look online on YouTube, you can see them all.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of every
Cobra
season
Kai.
for Cobra Kai. There were bloopers. One time, Billy and I were doing a scene at the end of season 1, episode 9. It comes back to me, and he pushes me into this trophy case or whatever, and then so we did it a couple of times, and you know, I was taking the hit and whatever. It hurt a little bit, but you know, you go with it. And then once he just went like this, and I go like, he just, we got a flincher. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm just a wuss, just sitting here trying to protect myself. But there's so many different ones.
They could do a whole series on just the bloopers. That's how much fun we had on it. It'd be a whole other show.
And my second question is, at the end of season 6, when you were fighting Sensei Wolf, would you have preferred to do the crane kick instead of the sweep the leg? Because I feel like it was building enough momentum so that you could have done the crane kick.
Yeah, guys, what the hell?
No, it's a great question.
I told you that.
No, but Billy will take this. Billy's going to take this because it's a great answer. But that's a great question because I've heard that on the street here and there. But there's a reason for that, so go ahead.
Well, sure. I mean, the writers, first of all, the writers wrote the ending. They actually wrote the final move to be a leg sweep, which was just like where I go down and I sweep them and then I got the point. But But I wanted something more than that. I thought that just the leg sweep would be cool, but like, can we do something else? I wanted to end it a little bit more of a Johnny spinning back fist and coming out of the kip. So the producers, they didn't want me to do that until I showed it to them, and we rehearsed it that way. And that was the way Johnny would end it. I mean, Johnny was just learning the crane kick, and the crane kick for Johnny Lawrence is like not his best friend. So, you know, the fact that he like gave it a try a couple times is like as much as he could do with it. It was super fun. You're right. It really did lead up to that with us, especially in the montage, learning the crane kick on the pylon, you know, the beach. You might have expected that coming, but it takes a different turn, and the win for Johnny is to sweep the leg, but then with a couple extra moves, and then ending into spinning back.
He wins it on his own terms, which is what we like about it.
He was a brawler, you know. Johnny's a little bit of a brawler, and he's kind of a warrior that's kind of like just pulling whatever he has out of his gas tank at the end, and he just does a spinning back fist that knocks him down.
Yeah, and when I was saying before about what was cinematic about the original Karate Kid film, the crane kick was so cinematic in its way. It was a cinematic magic trick. And so we have that, everyone has that, everyone remembers that. And you kind of can't see that again better than how beautifully it was done the first time. So I think it was really smart that it was Johnny's way of winning his own fight.
But when you write the movie, you can put the crane kick in there if you'd like.
Yeah. And when you run the studio, can I get a job?
When you run the studio, yeah. And don't forget, we're still around, okay? You can still use us.
Remember us over here.
Great question,
Great to
buddy.
meet you, man.
How old are you, by the way? 15?
I'm 11.
You're 11, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And over number 2. Hey, what's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Gracie. No, I'm Grace, sorry. Hi, I'm Grace and this is Gracie. And I just want to say on behalf of every single individual in this room, thank you. Like, genuinely thank you for introducing these characters in the 80s and picking them up again. Like, the movies have impacted so many lives. Like, it's how we met. I'm sure a lot of people have probably met a lot of other people through the fandom. So that was the first thing I want to say. Secondly, can we give you these British snacks, please? If that's okay.
Do what?
Can we give you these British snacks?
He wants some British snacks right now.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
That means so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, girls.
Amazing.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Oh, they're empty. Oh yeah, you've got these are real British snacks now.
Oh, thank you so much. This is awesome.
There's
Legit.
I thought you said you liked them. Why would you give them this crap? These actually, I'll tell you, these will melt. Have you ever had like a? Do you know what crisp sandwich is? Yeah. So, welcome to the north, and these are the best ones. Just get 2 slices of bread, butter, and fill it full of this crap, and it is the greatest sandwich. No one knows why either. It just is. Oh, hell, welcome to London. Here's some E numbers. We're up to where's number 3? We up there? Hello,
Hi.
What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Harry, and I was wondering, Ralph, are you really 63? And if you could create a Karate Kid like move, what would it be and what would you call it?
Oh wow, that's a part A B question. That's yes, I am 63.
Are you sure?
So I guess
Dude, like, you seriously, you age like a black woman. It's absolutely. All right, I could not believe it when I saw it.
it's my parents' fault. I don't know. They did this, but yeah, I know that I am becoming the man-child freak, but I'm just gonna keep it going as long as I can. Yeah. Listen, it's age is only a number, they say, but it's hard to say it out loud, you know. But and if I were to do a Karate Kid move, what would it be and what would I name it?
If you were to
Wow, that's
create
a real.
what would it be and what would you name it?
God, that's an interesting segue from the age question. Oh my God.
Kick number 14.
Yeah.
Why have you got 40 kicks?
Kick number 63. There's a tie-in. No, stay young and youthful. I don't know, that's my move, and it's a combination of a crane kick and a well-balanced roundhouse. I don't know. That's it.
From a couch.
Yeah, from the couch. That's my move.
With the remote control. It's the remote control kick.
Yeah, good job.
It was the original film, even the soundtrack of that song. They played at the after party last night. The band played it, and it's just a song that makes you believe in montages. You hear that, and you want to go and train in something.
Yes.
Like every time I hear that song, I want to kick someone in the face. I know it's weird, but it is such a cool song.
Yeah.
Like, do you hear it now and it takes you back there?
The best around?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Kidding, I usually...
No, you're the best.
I usually...
Was that a lead-in?
There you go. Set him up.
You set me up. You're the best. Yeah, I mean that song. You know, when the Karate Kid plays, no matter what, anytime you watch that, no matter how many times you see that movie, when that montage comes on in the movie, it just, I mean, come on, just pumps you up. You know, I think, at least me.
What other 80s montage is
The Rocky's a big one.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf win the last round. I mean, I don't know. I'm far too young to. I've actually never seen any of these films. Me and him go to the same school. That's why we're so angry with each other earlier on. That was number 2. Number 4.
Hi, I'm James. Well, once again, thanks for coming. This is mainly a question for Billy, but I think Ralph can answer it as well. It's two into one. For Billy, I love the fact that you've managed to develop a filmmaking career outside of acting, and in 2003 you made a short film that got nominated for an Oscar. And when I saw in one of the episodes of Series 6 that Ralph directed an episode, I was praying that you were directing an episode as well, and I was so thrilled near the end you finally did. For both of you, what was it like to step into directing an episode of the series after being involved both as actors and as executive producers? And if there is another Karate Kid film, Billy, would you be keen to direct it?
Are you offering me?
Yes.
Yes, I would love to work with you at any time. Yeah. Yes, I before I became an actor, I actually went to film school. So before Karate Kid, I didn't go to acting school. I was going to school to be a filmmaker. That was my passion. So I've been making 8mm films since I was 10 years old. I was running around. I have old 8mm films of me as a kid, like reels and reels and reels of it. So I've always wanted to make films and fell into acting, which I love equally, but just was more going the filmmaking route. So yeah, years later I went and made a short film, went in Eastern Europe, filmed in Prague and in Poland, this beautiful movie called Most, which you could find illegally bootlegged, uploaded on YouTube anytime you want. You can't chase it down anymore. But that was probably the best 2-3 years of my life. It was all my money, it was all my time, I never got paid. It was a passion project, I got to be behind the lens. Everything I learned my whole career as an actor, I got to put in front of the camera. Then I went and did lots of big music videos and lots of stuff. Always loved to direct. I was an editor for a long time as well. Ralph's also a filmmaker. He made a bunch of films, short films, and we both, when we did Cobra Kai, wanted to direct from the very beginning. We saw there would be hopefully a time, but at least I think for me and you two, we wanted to be comfortable enough with the actors, because it's a little bit intimidating for an actor to be directed by the person you're acting with. But by season 6, we were all such a family. We had earned that trust with each other that it was the time that Sony and the guys and everybody said, okay, we're going to give you each an episode. And I think safely, those were probably the cherries at the top of the entire series. If we could direct more, we would do. I think so. It was so much fun to just bring our cinematic touch and our artistic touch to these things. It was very fulfilling and awesome.
Yeah, it was a highlight. It was a highlight because when I got done, I did episode 603. Billy did 612, and he asked me when I got done. He said, "How was it all?" He was there. I directed him. We worked together, but I said it was like the best couple of weeks of the whole series. And I asked him the same question when he was done with this episode. He says, it's like the best couple of weeks of the whole series. Working with the actors, we nurtured this entire series, and these young actors were, just so open, and we got episodes that we were able to show and express a bit of our cinematic vision within the construct of a true Cobra Kai episode. So yeah, I think we both speak for both of us. We'd love to do more of it, and I think that is or plan. Whether it will be a Karate Kid movie or whatever, we shall see. But it was a great experience for us.
Osman, thank you.
Thank you. Great question.
Now, I'm so sorry as well, but that's all the time we have today. You guys, it's been such a pleasure to sit and speak to you. I mean, the other thing I say for all of us, thank you for everything that you've given to all of us. So thank you very much
Thank
for
you so
coming.
much.
We're going to get together and take a Come on this side. Everyone, we'll get up and we'll finish this off with a big bang. It has been amazing. But so much.
This is a shot.
Ralph William, see you in New Jersey.